we're going to look past this physical realm. Now, why is it so gripping? Well, you have the base initial phenomena of it being real and you having all these senses, and then it gets deeper and subtler, more subtle. You have all these senses, and evolutionarily, intuitively, you have certain pulls towards certain things, and due to your environment curating your this identity around this temple of consciousness, then now there's this pull towards learned behaviors, learned things, on top of the already, we'll say, dopamine addict kind of mentality of the collective consciousness in this current time period. This dopamine addict effect really likes to latch on to the feelings and the sensations of this experience. So, in short, you are going to transcend certain things when you're ready to transcend them. If you want to transcend them, if there's something there in the being, in the temple, that wants its higher nature to be truly embodied, then it's going to happen. You're going to get there. If there's something in here that wants to be pure consciousness in physicality, you're going to be pure consciousness in physicality. So that's kind of for these people. This is what these videos are for. And I don't think it's a certain group of people. It's not. It's just like it's just like a samskara that's already there. It's something that's already in the being. Okay? That is awakened with certain experience, because there's no free will. Okay? So, it's on a nasty, gross, dense level. Okay, none of those were bad words. Dense, gross level. Okay? Physical. You feel it. You feel it. You feel immense pleasure and you feel immense pain. I feel that. You see? There's some kind of sensation going on here. So, if we're looking and we realize that, well, that's not our true nature. It's like we're like duped into this. Well, that's like the first step. The second step is being in it and fulfilling certain desires. When that happens, you need to do that. That's why it's there. That's why it's programmed in the first place, because consciousness wants to do it all. So you need kind of some reason to go do it. You're going to do that as much as you're going to do that until the karma is done. Until the experience has been sufficed. So that then you can transcend it. Awareness requires ignorance. In this little game going on, outside all this, it's all just all the coin. It's neither good or bad. It's the coin. But within this realm, there's two sides of the same coin. So the best thing you do is be aware. Just be aware of what you're doing, and that burns the karma faster. What is the karma? It's the cause and effect. The karma is what's going to go down. Karma is the script. Okay? So the karma will burn faster if you're doing things with awareness. If you're doing things with awareness and you're realizing that, like, wow, this is stimulating the senses of this formless amalgamation of crystallized frequency that actually isn't in a form. It's amalgamated from true formlessness via the crystallization of frequency. And then you go, and then you realize it's like, whoa, this is a temple of consciousness. And then you realize why everyone's oppressed, because they don't want everyone to realize that they're a pure temple of pure consciousness, or else things would be violently good. Okay? Be golden age. Golden age is right around the corner, whatever that means. So we see the realness of everything with awareness. We see what we're doing with awareness. And this burns the karma, the ignorant karma of doing it out of this unconscious space. Because there's the stimuli, there's how it's all sensed, and then there's like your environment that curated this identity, this type of character, and then there's the caramelization the mind gives. It's like dropping a bucket of caramel on it. It's like just it's like fantasizing reality instead of being in reality. This is why awareness burns the karma, because you learn things that, oh, that feels good, and then you do it for dopamine, which is formless. Okay, dopamine is formless. Sure, it's chemical release. Yeah, sure. But the what's happening is formless. Everything is formless. It's psychological. We can say it's formless. So that's unconscious. You're not living in reality. You're living from a concept of reality. See, this is where we stray from reality, from truth, from awareness, into ignorance, and then come back into awareness, because you need ignorance to really like realize how cool awareness is, and you need awareness to realize how ignorant ignorance is. So we transcend desires, we transcend things that we do unconsciously with awareness, the definition of the word. Aware of what it's doing, of how it's affecting, how it's being sensed, and how the body-mind is picking up the sensations, how it's being unconsciously caramelized and conceptualized, and how the initial stimuli is. What is going on? There's like maybe there's a fantasy going on around it. But it's just right now. And you do it, and you come back, and now it's like there's a bit better understanding. Now you've done it, and it's like, oh, okay. So all the stuff that was making me do it was to just make me do it, so that consciousness could experience it, so that when it experiences it, it can that burden of the karma gets offloaded and burned with the experience. So now there's more space for realization, for light, for awareness, for truth of existence. So in short, have awareness, front and center, introspect what's going on within the body-mind organism, within the formless knot of frequency. And don't think it's a big deal. It's like on purpose. It's wanted. Awareness will get you out of it, though. But you only would want out of it if you know there's something wrong with it, or it drains your energy, or maybe there's a concept around what it's doing, good or bad, and then you do it, and then you get the actual picture. You get the full actual picture, and it's like, okay, like it could go either way. It's about your karma. It's about what's gonna go down. It's about the script. So you're either gonna go crazily more into debauchery, or you're gonna maybe you just need a little bit of debauchery. It just like it's about your constitution. So I mean, it's so vast, but we're talking from this form, so we're gonna say that while consciousness is waking up in your form, you're gonna do things within consciousness, and that consciousness dissolves ignorance, and it enlightens the being more and more and more and more and more and more and more to its true nature, because it starts to realize it can't get anything from the physical reality. It's like you already know you can't get anything from the physical reality, so you're like doing stuff in the physical reality to do stuff in the physical reality, and then you're done. And then it's like, okay. It's like all this primal nature is fulfilled. This is like, good. Alright. No, I'm done with it. It's like, I'm not done, I'm done with it. I'm done. No, it's like alright. It's like, it could come or go. It doesn't matter. Doing it eradicates any fear of not doing it. So when after you're done doing it, authentically, truly done doing it, there's no space left for any doubt or fear, because you've transcended it with awareness. That is pretty much, I'll add, know this source. Know it. Know everything's chilling. When things don't look a bit, why don't they appear to be chilling if they're not appearing to be chilling? Why? Look at why. I get woken up every single morning by an ultimate narcissist. And you know what not like what I'm unconsciously telling myself, but what I directly see because of my awareness? Oh, that's a deeply fragile and insecure being portraying pride, stemming in deep insecurity. This is where pride comes from, insecurity. So if someone's trying to put you down, or trying to appear to be more prideful and better than you, know deep down in your heart, as deep as their insecurity is, your realness is. Know deep down where their insecurity is, because where it is in them, you're chilling. Okay. So, oh. Wow. Your pure baby state turned into that. And got the negative treatment. And then it coped with its insecurity with pride. You never dealt with that? Oh wait, you can't even contemplate that. Okay. So it's okay, they can't even contemplate what they're suppressing, and it's borderline unconsciousness. So, ignorance. So, well, you're just capped out at a low frequency. Your CPU doesn't have enough RAM. My CPU has enough RAM. Not because I'm prideful of it, but it's it just does. And it's something in you doesn't like that. Ew. So, see through all fear. It's not fear don't exist. It's it exists, but why? It comes from truth. There's truth in every lie. So, is illusion has to come from something. So where's the fear coming from? It's deriving from the source. It's deriving from purity, consciousness, just the coin. It's deriving directly from the coin. So, someone's like really traumatized or beat up in their like early stages of development, that fear is gonna coil over the natural homeostasis of uncaused joy and contentment, because at such a deep and early age, at such fundamental levels of development, they're living in survival mode out of fear of those around them. So then there's no space for the truth of self, of being, to be allowed, because they're stuck in the lower three chakras, because they need to worry about survival. So then it's like, oh, that's why. It's like, I can't even feel bad. It's like that's what they're unconsciously trying to do, because they create their reality with projecting. I was having a conversation with my dad. I was like, "You're projecting." All he was doing was, he was irritated, and he wasn't. He was just irritated, and he was being irritated in reality. And I was just saying, like, you're projecting, meaning you're simply and utterly projecting your internal state of being into external reality. That's what I meant. And we went to the store, went in the store, went out this whole time debating what projection means. And we're both right. But he's trying to tell me this, that when you tell someone they're projecting, that means like they're projecting their unconsciousness onto you directly. And I was like, yeah. But that derives from simple projection, the vastness of the word projection. If I throw a ball, projectile, because it's being projected out from an internal state. Internal projects externally. That is simple projection. And all I meant was, you're being angry in reality, and that frequency is now in the electromagnetic field I'm in. And he didn't think I knew what actual projection meant in the psychological sense. I was like, I do. I'm just like, I don't conform to that. So, like, I understand it. There's one sense of projection, but I'm not going to conform to that being like the definition. No, that derived from the real definition, which is simple projection outward. Everything is projection. Everything. So, someone is just projecting that's what they're doing. They're just projecting their internal state into external reality. And the lower the frequency, the more ignorant the projections get. So if it's like, okay, it's like they're deep narcissist, can't face their own self, runs from their self with pride and food and anything else, then it's going to unconsciously, directly, from an unconscious state of being, from the literal unconscious, from the fact that they can't face or even bear to look at what is actually causing their electromagnetic frequency to be the way it is, they're going to unconsciously, purely unconsciously, project that onto you as if they know you, but it's really themselves. Okay. You start to see that fear is for pussies. Literally. Like, oh, you're gonna let fear consume you? Okay. Fun. I'm not gonna be anywhere near that. It's not like I have a problem. It's just there's a frequential scale of existence in third dimensional reality. And when you have a high frequency, when you're on a high frequency, that's more in tune to awareness, truth, uncaused joy, truth of being. And when you're in ignorant frequency, you're involved in the illusion of separation, fear, anxiety, unconsciousness. So, it's just like, okay, have fun. You won't even be able to understand what I'm saying. If you do, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. It's going to be something deep that understands what I'm saying. And then you're going to get mad at me for making you feel deep. But you got to feel deep to fucking overcome that shit. But it's like, don't get mad at me. Because, like, you know how fast I leave? You know how fast? Do you know how insanely fast I'll just, like, get out of here? Done. Why? Because God and I are majority. God and I are majority. If you're not on the same wavelength, frequency, it's like, what are we doing? This is like, what are you doing? It's like, I'm not doing that. Like, have fun and, like, have fun working at McDonald's and having fun with the people you're working with. Have fun. Have fun. Go. Have fun. I have fun. Because, like, you can't really mess with frequency. You can't just go up to someone and be like, hey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, wake up. Oh, no. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Oh, bang. Wake up. They're not going to wake up. Because you're not getting at them. You just, wake up. Wake up. You're not working. You don't belong. You just phase out of that existence. Phase out of that existence into a higher frequency existence. It's like you're not going to wake anyone up. You're going to, like, be your own frequency. And that frequency that transcends everything is going to have the effect the universe wants to do with it. Okay? So if you're at a high, yogis who sit in caves and just meditate all day, their electromagnetic frequency is being pushed out into the fucking reality. They are helping. They are helping. So it's not about trying to convince people. Because people, right now, the collective frequency is ignorant. Okay? And man, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Back. Wake up. Wake up. Nope. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. You see? You just can't do that. You can try. You can try. But it's just like, it's like a baby kicking and screaming. If they're not going to look at it, they're not going to look at it. Okay? Like, they won't do it. They'll avoid it. They'll fucking try to ignore it. They'll, like, avoid you. They'll try and ostracize you. Why? Because the little baby's kicking and screaming and doesn't want to look at the real shit. But the little baby got fucked with early on. And to come out of that is to look at the little baby. Can't do it. Do it all day. And then you'll just, what will you have been doing? Wasting your frequency. Wasting it. Ugh. Are you gonna... You're going to let some lower frequency balance out your high frequency? No. You're going to vibrate out of that existence into a high frequency existence. Okay? Like, you can't, I need to stress, you can't just wake up. 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 What are you doing? Wake up. Wake up. Come on. How are you so stupid? What are you doing? How can you not have simple awareness? What are you doing? Are you like, what's going on here? What the fuck is going on? Wake up. Look at that. No, look at that. They don't want to look at it. They will not look at it if they're not going to look at it. They would rather get slapped in the face until eternity, for eternity, than look at that. Look at what's causing their ignorance. They don't want to. Why? What does ignorance mean? Okay? And I got to stress one more time. You can't just go and wake up. Wake up. You can't. You can't. So, you and God are majority. Is that might not want to hear that. Might want to go have friends. Hey, I'm speaking from experience. You don't want to have friends that are on a lower frequency. Like, you don't want to waste your frequency. You don't want to waste your energy. I'll tell you. That's what'll happen. Get lonely, you want friends? That ain't good. That's a desperate frequency. Especially a high desperate frequency. Might get an STD. So, you and God are majority. Go have friends and see how long it takes you to just, like, okay, I'm fucking done. Block. Not blocked. Unadded. Remove contact. New phone. I'm speaking from experience. Go have some. Go try and go get some friends, and it's like, they're so unconscious. You can't do it. You can't do it. Go play Fortnite. There's a new mode with game chat. Open chat. Go play that mode and like, go play any online multiplayer game with open mic chat. Like Rainbow Six Siege or Fortnite or, just any team game. And it's like, so ignorant. It's not like prideful. It's like, yee. I don't want to be around that shit at all. It's like, you don't fucking, You fucking Philly shell. Ew. Why? Because it's ignorant. Why? Why is it like, Because you are literally watching and seeing through their whole form and where they're capped out at. You see where it's all coming up and where it stops. And it's like, I don't stop. Okay? It's like, I don't stop growing and being aware. How have you reached a point of ignorant homeostasis? Hell. Just can't take it. You just turn off game chat. You fucking don't play the game. It's like, okay? No. It's not about pride. It's not about I'm better than you. It's about, oh my God. I legitimately see where this thing is capped out. And I don't want fucking anything to do with it. Because since it's capped out, it's not going to understand anything I'm fucking saying. And it's going to filter it through its little thing. Through its little filter. And it's going to take these high frequency things and fucking ruin it with its frequency, with an ignorant frequency. Okay? Alright? I'd rather hang out with a mobster who's like, yeah, I fucking do heroin. I heroin, harlots, and I've killed my friends. But I own it. I'd rather be like, yeah, you know, I still don't want to be around you at all, but like you're a little better than the fucking Fortnite kids. Yeah. Yeah. Get the fuck away from me. Can't trust a guy like that. So, you and God are majority. Stillness is your friend. Truth is your friend. God is your friend. God is your source. Connect with your source. And continue to be aware. And if you were unconscious during the video, go back and be aware during the parts you were unconscious. Good day.